Welcome back, Pokefans, to the Pokemon Wilting Y Insanity Mode playthrough. So, last episode we actually got driven to Insanity. It took forever to get through Victory Road. We had some really annoying battles, particularly the last battle of Victory Road, which literally did break my insanity. Now though, we are at the final hurdle, which is the Pokemon League, and having looked at their teams, they're very well stacked. I've gone ahead and got everyone to level 87. Diantha's strongest Pokemon is level 90, but the ones like the earlier Elite Fours are only 84, so I thought if I get everyone to 90 it's a little bit over level, so I went in between, which is 87. This is the team that we're going to be running with, which hopefully should be able to get us through. So before we head in, let's go and see if there's anything in the Pokemon League that we missed. In the Pokemon Center, sorry. Is adapting to any opposing trainer the sign of real strength, or is strength more about staying true to my own style? The Pokemon League is the place where you challenge the Elite Four, known as the strongest Pokemon trainers, and the champion who reigns over them. If you didn't already know that, now you do. Defeating the champion is one step to growing stronger. Well, I guess I should wait to say that after defeating the champion, because there's nothing actually in there. So let's head on in. I like how you just go through the water. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm nervous already. There's people in here. The Elite Four await you at the Pokemon League. Their specialities are Fire, Water, Steel and Dragon. You choose to battle them in any order you please, so all you need to do is win and move on. You sure you're ready for this? One more step and you'll have to beat every one of the Elite Four will be defeated. There'll be no other escape for you. Okay, does this just go round? Yeah, it does. Oh, snap. Okay, so how do we know which one's which? You're the illustrious Pokex, are you? Welcome at last to the Pokemon League. I'm one of the Elite Four. People know me as the Fire-type Pokemon user Malva. Here in the Pokemon League, you'll encounter the four of us, the Elite Four and our champion. If you hope to meet the champion challenger here, you must first defeat the four of us. Do your best, because if you can't impress us with your real strength, you'll never get to battle her. But it should be a walk in the park for you, right? The hero who destroyed Big Bad Team Flare. You know what, I'm not going to lie, I thought she was going to make us battle her there and then. Right, so what I'm going to do, I want to take her on first. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to give this the smooth rock. And I don't think I have another one. Suppose I could give it the hard stone. Or a choice scarf, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I have another one. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. We'll just go ahead and give it the choice scarf. And yeah, let's do this. So I'm going to save just in case I pick the wrong one. But my question is, how do you know which one's which? Blazing Chamber, okay, this will be the right one. It's pretty sick how it just brings you up like that. Right, and here we go. Pretty intimidating. Whoa. Right then, let's do this. Welcome, challenger, to my blazing chamber. I am Malva and I shall be your opponent today. Okay, nice and short and sweet. Now this could go terribly wrong. Hopefully it goes the other way. So it leads Ninetales and Reshiram. Oh, you know what I've just thought? Ninetales is going to set the sun and it's slower. Yep, I've already bodged this. Okay, so we're just gonna have to sack something. Breloom's gonna be pretty redundant in this battle. And possibly Luxray, so we'll send them two into their fate first. Yep, that's KO'd Breloom, 100%. And oh my god, okay, Reshiram actually missed. Let's go tutor. That sets up the sand. And then I'm going to go for rock slide. Let's crunch Reshiram. It's obviously the biggest threat. Oh, no, I think Ninetales has just survived. But we got rid of the Reshiram, so that's the main thing. Moonblast is going to hurt. It's gone into Luxray though, so it's not the end of the world. And Sandstorm finishes off Ninetales. Right, let's get Excadrill in. Assume Heatran's coming in. Chandelure. Chandelure's got a balloon. Right, Rock Slide and Rock Slide. Oh my god, Heatran eats that. Just gotta hope for a flinch. And it doesn't. We should live a heat wave there. Oh my god. How much damage did that do? No, we'll send in Charizard first. Out comes Ho-Oh. I'm gonna air slash the Ho-Oh, I think. A full restore, are you kidding me? Ho-Oh eats that incredibly well. Doesn't live the critical hit air slash though. And out comes a Charizard, which is definitely going to Mega Evolve. Okay, I think I'll just Rock Slide. Air slash Heatran. It's not going to do much though. See, this definitely did not go to plan. Charizard should go down there. Yeah. And then it's basically a 3-on-1 against Heatran. That's going to be resisted. Oh my god, that did so much for a resisted attack. And there we go, took the first one down. What news? So a new challenger has defeated Malva of the Elite Four. Fantastic, utterly fantastic. I'll report to all the world the news of you and your Pokemon dominating the Pokemon League. I am a Holocaster star after all. Yeah, I'm such a busy woman. 3 more members of the Elite Four stand between you and the champion. Take the elevator there to return to the main hall, and if you're ready for them. Oh man. To be honest, I thought that was going to be the easiest, and still was tough. So up next we've got the water one, which is Cybold. Before we do that though, I need to get my team in order. I'm just trying to think. So we can have Luxray. To be honest, Excadrill's just there to bait. Yeah, that'll do. Or will it? Just trying to think. Yeah, it's gonna have to. But your item gonna have to move to Breloom. Right then, let's heal up with our revives. And then we're going to take on the water one, which is Cybold. This one's actually a triple battle, which just makes it even more annoying. And then heal everyone back up to full HP. Again, probably not going to go as planned. So we'll save just in case we head into the wrong one. So it's the water one we want to go into. Flood chamber, yeah, that's the one. Let's see what cool mechanics they have in this room. So we had the shooting fire. This one going to shoot water. Oh. Yeah, there we go. That'd be pretty terrifying, to be fair. Does look cool though. So let's take on Cybold. No, I simply can't say. You there, young man, I have a question I must pose to you. Do you think Pokemon battling can ever be worthy of being called an art? Indeed. You see, cooking is the type of art that disappears as soon as it is completed. Pokemon battles are the same. Even memories of sweet victory soon fade after the battle ends. Devote yourself entirely to such a life, made up of fleeing experiences, that is truly awful. Artful. Not awful, artful. To be honest, I think this is going to be one of the toughest. So a Kingdra, Kyogre and a Ludicolo. Obviously Kyogre's going to set up the Drizzle. And it's already not gone to plan. Because I expected Ludicolo to be on the other side. Just spam Rock Slide with that. Oh no, I meant to. I hate the fact that it does that. Right, I'm gonna reset because that's just completely blowing everything. Okay, so let's try this again. Hopefully we do this correctly this time. So we've just left everyone in the same position. The main thing is we need to get off the Mega Evolution. Right, so Thunderfang, Kyogre, Rock Slide, Mega Evolution, Air Slash, Ludicolo. And now that reduces the surf damage a lot. It goes for Ice Beam this time. Oh my god, a Focus Blast, are you kidding me? Oh my god, Luxray ate that. That gets rid of Ludicolo. See how much Thunderfang does. If we can get a flinch here, this will be perfect. And Kyogre's gone. Okay. So that actually went quite smooth. Then in comes Palkia. And Gastrodon. To be honest, I'm not really bothered about the Gastrodon at this precise moment. And we'll just Air Slash. What's going to be the most annoying? Probably Palkia. Palkia avoids it as well, perfect. Absolutely stunning that is, isn't it? Kingdra gets critical hit though, so that's gone. And how much does a Thunderfang do on Palkia? Oh my god, that's so much damage. Okay, this has actually gone a lot easier than I expected. That'll take out Luxray. But not to worry. We still have Breloom. And then Blastoise. Okay, we're gonna have to Bullet Seed you. Rock Slide. Should we go for a Cuts? No, we'll go for an Air Slash. Cut's just too weak, isn't it? But if Blastoise takes out Excadrill, Greninja just comes in anyway. And Bullet Seed absolutely wrecks Gastrodon. So this battle, once you get rid of the rain, it's actually quite easy. That's going to be into Excadrill. Yep, don't mind that too much. I mean, it'd probably be ridiculously hard to Nuzlocke, but that'll finish you off now. And then we just go for Grass Knot and Air Slash. Even with Full Restore, I think we still take this out. Yep, single Grass Knot. So that was actually probably easier than the fire one. Devote yourself entirely so even that which will fade and disappear is ingrained forever upon your heart and mind. That is the only fate for any human. It is the duty of both trainers and chefs to find the good in any raw materials they have to work with. There lies the answer to reaching ever higher. Battle the last two of us and find it for yourself. Okay, so 2 down, 3 to go. But again, I've got plans for the others. So let's heal everyone up first. And then max potion. I think it was only Luxray and Excadrill that actually took damage. Hang on, let's just double check. Yeah, it was. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save again. And then which one's this? Yeah, okay, so this is the one we want. We'll go ahead and switch you. And I'm going to take the item from you, move it there. And then we'll take the choice scarf off you. So yeah, this is probably a little bit challenging, but it shouldn't be too bad. Like, Greninja takes out a lot of this team. Oh, look how cool that is. Is that it? It could have been better. This one's Drasna. Oh goodness, hello to you. Welcome, welcome, come in. You must be a strong trainer. Yes, quite strong indeed. That's just wonderful news. Facing opponents like you and your team will make my Pokemon grow like weeds. Okay, so she leads off with a Hydreigon, which has a choice scarf. And it's always going for a U-turn here. Well, I say that, but if I'd have led Greninja, it would have been going for a U-turn. So I'm just going to Mach Punch, get off as much damage as I can. And in fact, I just straight up one shot. I'll take that. Right, then out comes Rayquaza, which I do not think lives an Ice Beam. So it should be pretty plain sailing here. The only other Pokemon that she has that Greninja can't really deal with is the Mega Charizard, which is the Dragon version. But then Tyranitar will deal with that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and bring T-Tar in now, because this also has a Focus Sash. And Rock Slide. To be honest, I could have just Strength just to make sure I hit. And then the weather will finish it off. Up next is Giratina, which to be honest I'm just going to stay in on. Just go for a Crunch. It's going to do a lot of damage. It does live it though. Goes and gets off a Will-O-Wisp. That could be a problem. And then a full restore. It's all good there. I also have a full restore. And we got the defense drop. I could probably get away without it, but we do need to keep this around for when Charizard comes out. And with that defense drop now, as soon as we hit it with a Crunch, it's all over. We should live that. Yep, we're thick. It's not stab. And now we Crunch. The only reason we need to keep it alive is because Sand's probably going to be gone by the time Charizard comes out. Yep, there you go. Latios. We'll go Greninja. I think we just go for a Dark Pulse. It does live though. And then sets up Calm Mind. Okay. To be honest, I thought we were going to do more than that. See if Ice Beam does. Oh, it does just live. And then Draco Meteor. Okay, Greninja's gone. I mean, it's not the end of the world. So we can just bring back out... In fact, no, you know what? We're going to go Luxray. Let's go for a Crunch. I mean, this could KO. Yep, we should have just gone to that instead of Greninja anyway. Oh, I just realised. Zygarde. Okay, here comes Charizard. Let's go Tutor. Yeah, I kind of needed Greninja for the Ice Beam on Zygarde, but we should be able to get around it. We'll go for a Rock Slide. We're not going to outspeed the... We're not going to live a hit either. I forgot that he gets Brick Break. Okay, that kind of changes things. Right, Excadrill. Gotta hope Earthquake KOs. And it does. Okay, that did kind of go to plan. Oh. Okay. Oh, you're too much. You and your Pokemon are simply charming. And that's 3 down, 2 left. Are you going already? Farewell then. With your Pokemon, I'm sure you can beat the Last of Us. I mean, what did you want to do? Stay around and have a cup of tea or what? Okay, so same again. This one is actually a rotation battle, which to be honest I think are probably the worst kind of battles. And this is a steel like trainer, so Excadrill and Charizard are probably our best bet. I'm just thinking, I think I'll lead. Maybe not actually. See, we're gonna go up against a prankster thingy. However, do we have a Persimberry? Yes, we do. No, give, that's it. Yeah, I've kind of got a plan. See, I'm kind of hoping that if we lead with T-Tar, it sets off the sand. And then Fingy's always going to go for... Oh. Where do we need to go? This one, that's it. Yeah, it's always going to go for a Swagger. So then if we switch into Excadrill, hit it with an Iron Head, that should KO it, and then we can pretty much sweep with Excadrill, like we did before when we fought, what was it? What's it called? Fairy Gym. Well, I can't remember if I saved, so I'm going to do it again anyway. And let's go on. So Wickstrom, I think this is. Well met, young challenger. Verily am I, the Elite Four's famed blade of hardened steel, Wickstrom. With my magnificent Pokemon at my side, I will reveal the scope of trainer achievement. Let us both give our word that our contest shall be fair and honourable. Ready? On guard. So yeah, fingers crossed this goes to plan. Probably won't though. So yep, needs Klefki, Empoleon and Ferrothorn. Ideally, once we get Empoleon off the field, we can just flame through everything. Right, then we're going to go for an Iron Head. Oh, it's switched. Okay, I feel like you stay in. Which was a bad mistake. So it definitely didn't go to plan. Out comes Dialga. I feel like it switches. Right, Earthquake. If it switches into Klefki now, I'm going to be mad. Does Empoleon live an Earthquake? No, it doesn't. Out comes Aegislash. You know what, I don't see what I lose here from going for Flamethrower. Goes for a Thunder Wave. Which doesn't make sense because if that was Excadrill still, that wouldn't have even worked. But now I can just Earthquake everything. Oh crap, yeah, that's Mega Aggron. Yeah, let's just Earthquake. Aegislash goes down, so I think it's just down to these two now. I don't feel like we outspeed. So I'm just gonna do a Mega Evolve. Try and go for a Flamethrower. I think it stays in, don't it, Dialga? Yep, this is gonna hurt. Come on, no paralysis. Oh my god, that did so much damage. I think we might still outspeed Aggron here, you know. Like, Aggron is incredibly slow. So here comes the Mega. Shouldn't be too much bother though. No, it does actually outspeed, okay. Either way, we've won anyway because there's no way this thing beats like 5 Pokemon. Go for a Force Palm, which does about half. Probably dies to a Heavy Slam. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, another Force Palm. That should be it. And then comes the hard battle up next. Glorious, the trust that you share with your honourable Pokemon surpasses even mine. What now? What sweet, glorious pain and joy now rock my mighty heart. My will, which even Shakespeare's, trembles at so fine a battle as this. I am undone. Good sir, you are indeed our equal, and worthy to enter this lofty hall. The time has come at last for your greatest challenge. Now show our champion the same strength you've shown us. Right, well I'm going to heal here just in case. I don't want to end up jumping straight into the battle. But yeah, that was actually quite easy. But I suppose it's always going to be when you got Mega Charizard and ridiculously hard hitting Excadrill. But now this is probably going to be the toughest out of all the battles. So we're going to lead with you. I don't know whether it's worth putting a choice band on tutor. No, I didn't mean to do that. And yeah, we should be good. We'll save anyway. But we should do this first time. And the main door now opens. So let's head on through. Now this last battle is full of legendaries and megas. Obviously only one mega because you can only have one mega, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the team are all legendaries. Right, here we go. The moment of truth. Welcome at last, dear trainer. As you must know, I'm the champion, Diantha. Oh, but you're the child I spoke to in Lumio City, in Coumarine City, aren't you? Then that means that you also the one that dear Augustine said. Of course, how could I? Oh, I must look like such a fool not to recognise you sooner. You and your Pokemon are the ones who stopped Team Flare for us all. It seems wrong of me to say this, but thank you. You saved us all. I can't wait to see what you and your Pokemon are capable of now that I know exactly what it is you've done already. Right then, let's do this. So she leads off with Genesect, which is fine. Come forth, Charizard. This should get absolutely buried. Mega Evolve, Flamethrower. Right, that's... Oh, it actually outspeeds. What the hell? That did a ton of damage as well. Right, that's gone. Out next comes Zygarde, which is fine, because that is exactly what Greninja's for. I wasn't kind of expecting Genesect to outspeed Charizard though, so that might have a bit of a problem later on. But yeah, Zygarde goes down to a single Ice Beam. That was inevitable. Right, Blaziken. Does Charizard outspeed it, is the question. Connect, please. Right, we need to KO this in one. Which... Oh no, it's got Focus Sash. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Right, I need to keep Charizard around. So what's got the least use to me? Probably Luxray. You gonna heal? Oh crap. That changes everything. It's alright, I'll heal as well. if I'd have remembered about that heal, we would have taken this out anyway with Charizard. Right, sunlight fades. Yeah, let's go Charizard. And then we're just going to go for an Air Slash. He opts for a Protect. Right, no crit, no crit, no crit, no crit. Oh my god, that did so much damage. Right, then comes Lugia, which Tutor should be able to handle. Right, let's Rock Slide. Oh wow, we actually outspeed Lugia. It's got multi-scale there, so that was never going to do much. Bringing out Greninja's probably not the smartest move. We'll just go for Ice Beam. Got a crit as well, just to, you know, make sure. And then I think there's one Pokemon left. Oh no, I forgot about this. We'll have to go Excadrill. Yeah, I did kind of forget about this. Ironhead, hope for a flinch. Oh my god, it took that hit so well. Right, Tutor. Let's just pray that strength. Actually, no, we're gonna go for Crunch. Oh, it's got Recover. I mean, if we get a defense shot, that's perfect. Which we don't. We should live this. Yep, and then we'll KO this turn. I forgot about the Arceus actually. It was kind of the Pokemon I didn't really have a direct answer to. And here comes Mewtwo. Okay, I was going to go for Crunch. We're probably going to get outsped and go down anyway. But we don't necessarily need Tyranitar anymore. Yeah, and there's the Drain Punch. Right, Charizard. I'm trying to think what will do more, Air Slash or Flamethrower. I've done this the wrong way round. Oh, it outspeeds us. Crap. Okay, this has not gone to plan. He's just gonna go for Drain Punch. Yeah, I definitely should have gone Greninja first. Just look how much damage that does. We just do not stand a chance. Oh, if only it had missed that fire blast. And then all we got left is Breloom. You know what? We're just going to cheese it. Let's revive Greninja. And then, yeah, this is going to take a while, but we're just going to keep bringing back Charizard. Because I'm pretty sure it should only get 10 PP for Drain Punch. And we have more than enough revives, I think. So yeah, this will just be a pretty much fast forward part. Okay, so this might be the chance. It's all out of what's it called? Fighting Drain Punch. And it can only go for Fire Blasts. So yeah, we've cheesed it, but who really cares? It has got Ice Beam as well. Why wouldn't it have gone for that earlier then? Crits as well. And the Sandstorm subsides, which was the last thing that I wanted. Right, I'm just going to go into Greninja. We'll go for a Surf. It goes for Zen Headbutt now, I'm going to be mad. And then it goes for Ice Beam, which we should live. Crits. Right, then we go for Dark Pulse because I've got a feeling it'll now go for Zen Headbutt. Yep, I predicted it like a pro. And full restore. Are you actually kidding me? I know we've cheesed it so far, but we're going to use another full restore because why not? Now it's all out of Drain Punches, it should be pretty plain sailing from here. Wow, that does so much damage. Right, get a flinch just one time. Yep, we'll live that. Oh my god, no we don't. Okay, maybe Excadrill can finish it with an Earthquake. That's resisted, we should live that. Only just though. I think this finishes it. Yeah, oh my god, that Mewtwo is so annoying. But we done it. Massively cheesed it, but oh well. Witnessing the noble spirits of you and your Pokemon in battle has really touched my heart. I'm so choked up that it's hard to know what I should say, but I'm just so glad at this moment that I was good enough to be the champion. After all, it gave me the chance to meet and battle with you and your wonderful Pokemon. Now I understand why dear Augustine, Professor Sycamore, said he needed to get Lumio City ready for the new champion. But before I take you there, my dear Pokex, would you mind coming this way with me? Where are we going? Okay, we're rising up. Oh yeah, this is just where we register then. Here we are. I'm so glad to welcome you in. This grand chamber is where you enter the Kalos region's Hall of Fame. This is where Pokemon trainers will live on forever, remembered always for giving their all in battle to the Pokemon League and for the glory and light that they shared with all. So yeah, I think that's the end of it then. Come Pokex. Your love for your Pokemon and the way that those Pokemon gave everything they had in battle for you, we'll record them all right here for eternity. So yeah, that's the end of the Wilting Y Insanity Mode playthrough. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably not as hard as Inclement Emerald, but I think that comes down to the fact of how much people can hack like Emerald itself rather than like Gen 6 game as such, but it was still tough. I mean, if I hadn't have been using like the docs to see what the gym leaders teams and that would have been, I'd have probably been like resetting 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. That's probably what made this a lot easier, but I mean, it was fun to play through. Like some of the changes that they made to certain Pokemon, like Luxray. Luxray hits like a truck now with Strongjaw. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the playthrough. There were parts where it was a bit tedious, particularly Victory Road. But all in all, very good like difficulty ROM hack for Gen 6. In fact, I think it might be the only one. But yeah, Bufflesalt, I think his name is, he's done well with this one. And yeah, we're going to leave it there with the credits. Oh, hang on. A few days later, crowds of people gathered. Celebrate the 5 defenders of the Kalos region. Oh, is this the credits then? Again, I haven't played X and Y for so long, I don't really remember how it ends. Like, I'll notice the credits when names and that start coming down. Oh, so that's the 5 defenders. So we could set up our own Elite Four, really. What an amazing turnout. All of these people are here to celebrate your achievements. Like, I genuinely don't remember this. I'd like to present you with the honour of Kalos for the bravery you showed battling Team Flare. I'm so proud of you all. So we are the 5 heroes. On behalf of the entire Kalos region, I'd like to say thank you. Oh, as battle with me. What? I want to know what a trainer is. I'm not going to lie, I didn't know this was a mandatory battle. But it's not going to be easy. So he leads off with a Bronzong, which I know has heat proof. So I'm going to go and switch in Tutor. This is actually going to be a tough battle. Then sets up Trick Room. Ah, crap. That's not what I had planned. Right, let's go for a crunch. I mean, we take that well enough. That just straight up KOs. Golurk. I suppose we'll go Breloom. We kind of need to get rid of the Trick Room. It's going to go for an Ice move. You know what though, now I think about it, Charizard might be the best answer. Like, that's neutral and did a lot of damage. Who am I least gonna need? Maybe Breloom. I mean, this is tough, man. Yeah, we'll go Breloom. If we somehow live whatever it hits us with, which is a Shadow Punch, which we're probably not going to live. Oh my god, we actually did. Trick Room doesn't end though. Well, it's definitely going for another Ice Punch. So we'll go Excadrill. Sandstorm's gone. Twisted Dimensions are back to normal. Right, it's going for Drain Punch. Oh my god. You know, to be honest, Charizard's probably the most expendable. Oh my god, that was perfect. I'm just going to Mega Evolve and Flamethrower just to do as much damage as I can. But this was, because I didn't realise this was a mandatory battle, this is the only battle I didn't really come up with a sort of plan for. Yeah, Shadow Punch will finish it off. It's all good though, Breloom can come in and should outspeed a Golurk, I'd say. Bullet Seed. Right, Sigilyph, so we'll go Tutor. Or actually, now I think about it, I probably should have gone, what's it called? Luxray. Right, let's see how much a Rock Slide does. Yeah, that gets rid. Right, Floette. We can go Excadrill and Iron Head straight in the face. That goes down in what? Yeah, to be fair, I think we've done it now. Torkoal, which is going to set up the sun. And I just kind of want to get damage off now, I think. So, Force Palm does a decent chunk. Then we're going to go and bring out Tutor again. That gets rid of the sun. And Rock Slide. And then there's one Pokemon left, which is Aerodactyl. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Excadrill. But yeah, 4 on 1, we should be good with this. Go for an Iron Head. I mean, he's got a pretty stacked team, to be fair. Apart from his Float, which was a little bit weak. And yeah, Excadrill just KOs. Oh my god, he's actually smiling. Thank you very much for battling with me. Now I finally feel free. Free from the part of me mired in sorrow. The part of me that built the ultimate weapon. Oh, so he actually confirms that he did it. And I think this is his Pokemon coming back to him. Which he already coincidentally had when he battled us, but okay. I mean, it's a bit of a happy ending. But, like, playing this, I cannot wait till Eric Losty makes that Spanish fan game called Pokemon Z, which is like a pre-game to this. And it's more about the king and that 3,000 years ago. I mean, it sounds so promising. His Pokemon's waiting all this time. 3,000 years is a long time to wait. Waiting for him to return to the man he was, the man who loved Pokemon with all his heart. But yeah, I think that's everything now. So it should just roll to the credits. Yep, and there's the little fletchling that bit us at the beginning. So yeah, credits and end of the playthrough. So like I said before, really enjoyed it. I haven't played X and Y in a long time, and this kind of filled that gap of wanting to replay it. The changes they've made are quite good, particularly to Pokemon like Luxray, etc. And yeah, I definitely recommend to play it. Maybe not on Insanity if you want to do a blind playthrough and you don't really want to have to constantly keep rebattling stuff. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and hope to see you all for the next playthrough.